From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Well, Troy University now has a new presence in Phoenix City as the university officially opened its newest building in downtown Phoenix City. William McCarthy has the details.
Troy University officially opened its new riverfront campus along the banks of the Chattahoochee in Phoenix City on Friday. The 48,000 square foot, $11.5 million facility will house Troy's business, nursing, and social work programs for the Phoenix City campus.
I think this is probably one of the most exciting days in the 40-year history of our service to Phoenix City and the Columbus area. It makes a statement about not only the great tradition of the university, the collaboration that we enjoy with the city, but also the future. I think this is a first major step towards a bright future for all concerned. We think it's not only a good thing, but the right thing to do for this community, and from what I have been able to assess, I think everybody's excited about it.
City leaders are excited about what this new building will mean for plans to help revitalize the downtown area of Phoenix City.
We know this is a vision that really started back over 20 years ago with Sammy Howard's administration, and what we were looking for on the riverfront was something that could be a true anchor and a foundation for what we were trying to do from a transformation perspective on the riverfront. And when you do that, you look for something that you can pretty much bank on is going to be there and stand the test of time, and what better way than a higher education building with Troy University, and we're banking that this is our anchor for all the transformation on the riverfront from this point going forward. Any downtown, I think you got to grow from the inside out, and if you look at Phoenix City, a lot of our growth has been from the outside in, so I think we're playing catch up with this, but what a beautiful facility to have right here in downtown in the heart of Phoenix City.
And Troy University does have some experience in helping revitalize downtown areas. The university has historically been seen as a major factor in similar efforts in the capital city.
We had a remarkable experience in Montgomery in terms of being the anchor for what ultimately became the renaissance of downtown Montgomery. We think this step in Phoenix City will parallel the experience that we had there. When we began, there was a project here. I don't think it was the best use of some very valuable property. The city leadership wanted to have a reflection of what was found on the East Bank, and so in many ways this has been our West Bank project, and now we've begun to see other businesses begin to move into this community. What we will see is the rebirth of downtown Phoenix City.
It is a great addition to our downtown revitalization. It's a great partnership with Troy University. It enlightens the whole perspective and things that we decided to put together down here in this area, and it's just a great addition to the downtown area of the city. With having the student population and the faculty in this area, along with the Marriott next door courtyard, and the whole scheme of things downtown, it is an anchor point.
The riverfront building is one of two locations for the school in Phoenix City, but Hawkins says that may not be the case in the future.
When we initiated the project, the thought was not to relocate everything, but as we moved through the project and as we have realized how important this location is, we are convicted to ultimately moving all of our academic programs and public service functions to this location. So we're talking now with CVCC and some other agencies about what may be the next best use for the buildings that we currently own in partnership or on the presence of that collaborative effort with CVCC. So long term, we will be located on the river.
William McCarthy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The graduates at this summer's commencement will hear from the owner of a pair of Super Bowl rings. Former pro football player and Trojan standout Lawrence Tynes will provide the keynote address at the university's summer commencement exercises on Friday. Inducted into the Troy Sports Hall of Fame in 2013, Tynes was team captain for the Trojans in '99 and 2000 and a place kicker with the New York Giants for 6 seasons, including 2 Super Bowl winning teams. Around 350 students representing 25 states and 6 nations outside the United States are expected to participate in the exercises scheduled for 10 a.m. on July 24th in Trojan Arena. Tickets are not required for attendance. And for 2 weeks, Troy University's Star Talk taught students about Chinese language and culture. Austin Cofield introduces us to one of the instructors who was responsible for passing on that knowledge.
Language in a foreign environment is a difficult task, but the Star Talk program offers those that teach Chinese language and culture a chance to brush up on their teaching skills and learn some new techniques. With alternating teachers from all kinds of cities with different viewpoints and methods, the program guarantees that the participants will walk away a better teacher.
5 years ago, when I came here as a site visitor evaluator, Troy had only teachers program. In the following year, we add students program. So combine students program and teacher program together. In that way, teachers have opportunity to teach students, and students can learn variety of things from different teachers. And also, by the end of this program, we will help students to make a plan for their future study. We are also going to provide online learning materials for the students to keep on learning Chinese.
Chen is not just this particular day's teaching professor, but he has been working with the other groups of Star Talk as well. There are students from several different states that have also come to learn about Chinese culture and language.
In my class, I have been teaching 6 different levels of classes, from Chinese level 1 to Chinese level 6, including AP and IB. As for the materials, I've been using different textbooks like Ni Hao, Integrated Chinese, and also teacher-made materials, and also variety of materials from online to meet the students' diverse needs.
While teaching to different crowds with so many different levels of experience seems tough, Chen believes that Star Talk not only helps the participants, but the professors and teachers as well.
My favorite part is that the students and the teacher trainees, they are highly motivated. They are interested in the activities, and everybody wants to learn, which that motivates the teachers too.
Austin Cofield, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And last Saturday, the Star Talk campers got to show off all they learned during their 2 weeks of camp. The Star Talk graduation ceremony was held last Saturday in the Claudia Crosby Theater. The ceremony included a show where the students showed off some of the performance-based subjects learned during the camp, featuring songs, martial arts, and dances, including the famous dragon and lion dances. The ceremony wrapped up the 5th year the Star Talk camp was held on campus. And we're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll see some of the ways Troy University is passing on knowledge to some slightly younger students than it's used to. Find out more after the break.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
The warrior spirit, it's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
This week, Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance turned its attention to a group of aspiring actors a little younger than the college kids they're used to dealing with. Ryan Renfro gives us a look at the Summer Spotlight on drama.
This week's Summer Spotlight focuses on drama as children from ages 4 to 13 participate in the Creative Drama Camp.
This year is really exciting because we have broken our record for the number of children we have on Troy's campus this week. We have about 125 children here for the week, and we are spread all over the campus. From Elm Street to Long Hall to the dining hall to the Trojan Center Theater, there are children everywhere, and it's wonderful.
Averett says the students learn a variety of skills throughout the week.
Creative drama in its nature is about language skills, communication skills, working in groups together. So we do that, the creative drama stuff, and also they're learning about this through the craft and art of theater. So that's what they learn about the stage and backstage, lighting, costumes, props, scenery, marketing and publicity. They're performing on stage, they're learning music and dance, they're learning a little bit of everything.
One Troy University student shares her excitement and her favorite part of helping with the drama camp.
I love seeing the children understand a theater concept for the first time. A lot of them are returning and have been here several years, but sometimes it's their first year, and so to see their faces light up when they're singing and dancing is really my favorite part.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The campers showed off all they learned this week in a production of the Disney musical Aristocats. And none of the Trojan athletic teams play during the summer months, but that doesn't mean the players or the coaching staffs are taking it easy. This week, Troy's volleyball team shared its knowledge of the sport to some young up-and-comers. Christy Henderson has the details.
Week, the Troy volleyball team is putting on a team and individual camp where girls from all across the nation are getting advice and sharpening their skills from head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick and the women of Troy's volleyball team. Kirkpatrick says that this is not only an opportunity for the girls to get some hands-on learning, but it is also a chance to show off Troy's campus and facilities to potential and incoming athletes.
Well, it gives us a chance to work with them. It gives them a chance to work with us. If they're prospects, they get to kind of see what our university's about, how our coaching staff does things, how our players do it, because our incoming freshmen are actually competing in this camp. So they get a chance to see what our team is going to be in the coming years. It gives them a chance to form a bond with them so we get fans and potential players.
One athlete says that even though this is the first volleyball camp she has attended at Troy, the women on Troy's team have inspired her to practice often and play the sport with more determination.
Just to learn from girls who have played their whole lives and committed their life to one sport, it's really interesting to see their determination and to learn from them as well. These girls are so much at a higher level. It is really easy to learn from them, and they're also really supportive and aren't very controlling or anything like that. They're very easygoing and very okay if you mess up.
Kirkpatrick also says that Trojan fans should be excited for the upcoming season.
We are looking forward to a great year. We've got a really good-looking team coming up. We've got some really good players here that we're really excited about for next season. And it's always great to get out there and represent Troy and our Trojan Nation. And
orientation is not just about getting incoming freshmen ready for school, but their parents as well. Impact holds a separate session for parents for them to ask questions important to their needs. Christy Henderson gives us the story.
During Impact sessions, most would assume that students are the ones concerned about the upcoming year. However, it is the parent sessions that make the biggest impact.
Well, of course, Impact is our new student orientation program, and it's very common for parents to be involved in that. In fact, we have a whole day and a half of activities and sessions planned for parents. They're all informational in nature, but we do try to make it as interactive as possible because this is one of the more important events the university conducts in the whole course of our calendar year.
While the student and parent impact sessions do share a lot of the same information, Starling says parents are more interested in different aspects of college life.
Main concerns parents have safety for their students, effective academic guidance, degrees that matter, employment opportunities after a degree is obtained, involvement, engagement. So just a full litany of expectations parents have. They want to know how they're going to pay for this. So we have our work cut out for us. We have to cover a lot of information with them.
One parent says that Impact not only helps the students into transitioning to Troy, but the parents as well.
What I have learned is that I don't think I'm ready. I think she's ready, more prepared than what I am. What I thought I was the stronger one and that she'd be fine. But I've learned so much more about how to better help her, to push her on, to encourage her to be a great student in that whole just being involved on campus.
Christy Henderson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And this week marked the end of Troy's Impact Orientation sessions. Ryan Renfro gives us a look at how leaders feel about this summer's sessions.
Impact sessions have come to a close, and with the fall right around the corner, incoming students and those responsible for the Impact sessions are excited for the upcoming year.
It's been a great summer. I had a lot of good students coming through. I've had probably one of the best crew of Impact leaders that we've had come through in at least the time that I've been here. So I've been really proud of how they've handled everything, and the students that have come through have been really excited. So I'm looking forward to this coming year, seeing what everybody's going to be doing.
As summer comes to a close, Impact leaders reflect on their summer and look forward to the fall.
Whenever they become somebody on campus and they're able to point to you and be like, that's my Impact leader, you know, it's going to be great. You get to be a part of their lives, and they get to be a part of your lives, and they're going to get to encourage you just as much as you encourage them. And that's just being able to see them and watch them grow, watch them at a starting point. I think that's one of my favorite parts because I get to help lay a good foundation for who they are.
I really get to talk about how much I love Troy all the time, and as cheesy as that sounds, I really do love it, and I love getting to promote it and try to get students as excited as I was my freshman year, because there's so much you can do and there's so much you can get involved in that I think that I can do a great job of conveying that to them, and I like getting students just as excited as I am.
With a growing number of students enrolling into the university, Impact leaders have declared August 10th as the last opportunity for students to participate in orientation.
But this is actually the first summer that Impact has ever been closed. The first time we have ever reached capacity to where we had to block off sections to where people couldn't sign up for them anymore. So we have had a lot more people signing up for that August Impact session. You're looking at just a growing campus, and it's great being a part of that growth and that new time for Troy.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And fall semester for Troy University starts on August 12th. We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll hear some offerings from our friends at Troy Public Radio. So don't touch that dial.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Each week we take some time to hear some of the work done by our broadcast partners at Troy Public Radio. As we do each week, we'll get another sample of Talk of Troy, the student-produced newscast of Troy Public Radio. Let's take a listen.
It's the Talk of Troy. Voices and sounds of Troy University. I'm Jesse McGlon. One of the hosts at Troy Public Radio was recently recognized for his friendly sound. Producer Brittany Thompson has the story.
Tim Phillips, professor of clarinet at the John M. Long School of Music, is the recent recipient of the June Reward Caller Award, which means he's really nice on the phone.
I think it's just a matter of them having good customer service at Troy University, which I consider to be part of my daily job.
Phillips says ever since his student days, he has appreciated courteous manners on the phone, which makes the award more meaningful.
It did make me feel good. It's not very often you get recognized for anything. It's by far, in a way, the simplest part of my job, to answer the phone and be nice. The rest of what I do is far more complicated.
You can also hear Tim Phillips being friendly when he hosts Clarinet Corner, which airs Tuesdays from 9:30 to 10 p.m. on Troy Public Radio. For the Talk of Troy, I'm Brittany Thompson.
When school lets out and the summer sun is in the sky, it's a good time to go to camp, possibly at Troy University.
Currently, we have our Spotlight on Dance going on right now, and that's for
young men and women that want to be dancers.
Luann Knight, Event Management Coordinator, says that while the camp options are seemingly endless, there's one thing that is constant.
We are truly the most proud of with our conference services and our summer camp program is that we get to share the Trojan experience with the community.
The options for camps include music industry training, volleyball, one for Chinese language instruction, and much, much more. Visit troy.edu/camps for more info. I am Jesse McGlunn, and you've been listening to The Talk of Troy, a production of Troy Public Radio.
Throughout the week, Troy Public Radio can be heard on 89.9 in Troy and Montgomery, 88.7 in Dothan, and 91.7 in Phoenix City. Well, it's time for our last break, but when we return, we'll learn about how someone can become a host family for Troy University's international students. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
This is Dr. Daniel Smith. He's an expert in domestic and international economics. But his proudest achievement is connecting with his students and helping them accomplish more than they ever thought possible. That's the warrior spirit, and it's alive and well at Troy University. Feel it at troy.edu/spirit.
Look at me, hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Troy University is looking for some people to welcome international students into their homes for the school year. We'll find out how they can help in this week's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be learning about a new program to help international students here at Troy University. And my guest today, Megan Simon, with Troy University's International Student Program. Thanks for joining me here today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And we're going to talk a little bit about ways the community can help find a home for some of Troy University's many international students that we have here. But before we get into that, tell us a little about the International Student Program and what it does and what it offers to students here.
Sure. Many people think that we just bring in international students, but there are a lot of facets to our program. We have exchanges between our universities and universities abroad, which would mean we would send students there for a year, they'd send students here for a year. We have study abroad all over the world. And of course we have our international students that come in, about 800 every year, which is a very large percentage for a university.
A big percentage, and Troy is often referred to as Alabama's International University. And with that many students, obviously there's got to be some sort of program to help them get accustomed and acclimated to this campus, and that's where you guys come in, right?
Yes, when they first get here, we have a week-long orientation just for international students, not the same one that the American students do. And then we are there during regular working hours for basically whatever they need. For one girl, I spent about 3 months calling to try and find her missing luggage.
So good way to help them out, and good to have somebody on your side over here when you're so far away from home.
Yeah, someone advocating for you.
And in that same vein, what you're looking for now is for host families to take students in and give them a home here. Tell us a little about what it is that you're looking for.
Well, we have students who come over and don't really want to live in the dorms and don't really want their own apartment. They want to know what family life here in the U.S. is like. And we're looking for people who like to learn about other cultures, want to share their culture, and want to learn about somebody else's culture.
And so what they're actually going to be doing as a host family is actually going to be putting these students up in their own homes, right?
Yes, they would be providing them with a bedroom. use of certain things in the house, and the families and the students work out the contract themselves. So each host family situation could be different, but it's more of the students looking to be part of a family, not someone bringing in a student to be the babysitter for their kids or clean up after them.
So,
I got an email like that already.
Did you really? So,
yes.
So basically you want to try to get them, be a part of a family, get acclimated to American culture, and learn firsthand from American families.
That's the basic idea.
Okay. And now with this, is there this program? It's kind of, has it existed before? Have we had something like this before? But or is this something new to campus?
We've had it in years past. It hasn't been very strong in the past few years. We've had students that go out and find families on their own, and then sometimes those families get passed down through friends, but not through us. So it has been a few years since we've been doing this.
So there's kind of a basis for it, but now we're trying to, I guess the university is trying to reorganize this effort to try to get families out there interested. And if someone out there watching this now is interested in being a host family, what do they need to do?
They should contact me. My number here in the office is 334-670-5964, or they can email me. It's ISA, like International Student Advisor, the number 2 at troy.edu.
All right. And anyone out there interested in taking part in this, and basically, and like you said, you're looking for families that are just interested in taking someone in and learning about someone else's culture.
And it doesn't have to be a traditional family. It could be a widow who'd like some company in her house, or a family with 10 kids, a single parent. It doesn't have to be the traditional thought of a family.
It's basically just looking for a place for students to live and get more immersed in American culture, especially since it seems to get harder and harder to find a place to live, especially on campus around here.
Yes.
So it's good that an opportunity to give the folks out there in the public to help out some of our international neighbors be a little bit more welcome as a part of the Troy University family. So yes. I want to thank you for joining me today, and here's hoping that you can find some homes for some of these international students to be a part of the American culture. Thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the second week of July 2015. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune in to Troy TrojanVision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or anytime by following us on Twitter at Troy TV News. Also, feel free to like our Troy TrojanVision News fan page on Facebook to see links to online content from Troy TrojanVision News. This is our last Troy TrojanVision Weekly of the summer. We hope you see us again in the fall. Have a good week.